Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man. Talk my stuff for a minute, man. I know it's dark, man, but hey, I'm on my way to go see Wilder and Luis Ortiz 2 at the movie theater. So I didn't know they was doing a fight at the theater till the other day. There was only 2 seats left in the theater. I got one of the last 2, so happy. If not, I was just gonna pay the 75 ball to watch the fight, but I've been shopping all day, so that's why I kind of see the lapse in videos. And pretty much soon, I'm probably gonna take a week off sometime next year. I need some time off, man. I've been banging out for years straight, man. I ain't had a day off doing on this channel. I ain't had a day off since like 2017. I took 2 weeks off. But hey, I appreciate everybody for checking in. And sounds like, according to Khabib manager Ali, I can't pronounce his last name, is that he said on Instagram, and I'll put a little link up if I can. I'll put a link in the description, but I also try to put a screenshot up. He said on the gram that this is already a done deal. That Dana White was hiding Mayweather from Khabib, and that him and Khabib and Mayweather are going to box in Saudi Arabia. At least the poster says Saudi Arabia, but I know it's supposed to be in May. I'm thinking more Vegas, but I do know Floyd Mayweather said he was in Saudi Arabia to discuss what's going on with a fight with Manny Pacquiao. He was trying to make it an exhibition. But yeah, I remember when the Florida Khabib thing first started, when Andrew Tabiti went over to Russia for the World Boxing Super Series, and Khabib called out Floyd, and Floyd wanted to make the fight happen, and pretty much Khabib manager said that Floyd had been begging Khabib to fight him in an in a boxing crossover. So I'll get my thoughts on the fight after I get a backstory. But so then Floyd is supposed to fight like Khabib maybe in May, and then maybe Manny Pacquiao, in September. So he gonna have some impact on the Mexican dates. But if he fight in Saudi Arabia, which I think Khabib just fought in Saudi Arabia, right? Or somebody in UFC did. We'll see. Saudi Arabia building that stadium up for Ruiz and Joshua too, so it's a lot of big things going on in boxing. But I do know Floyd wanted that fight. He said it himself. And now they're going to fight. Now, in the caption on the gram, Khabib manager said that Dana White had been hiding Floyd from him, all right, from Khabib, and now they're going to make it happen. So I thought they might have did the Conor McGregor rematch. And I know McGregor going to be mad if he don't get that fight with Floyd. But hey, it is what it is. And there's some talks that Khabib could be fighting Tony Ferguson next. So, I'm not sure exactly how it's about to play out as far as what's going to happen. But if Khabib don't take that fight, I really think Conor McGregor will have no problem stepping in and getting that payday. And you got to wonder, if McGregor would have had beat Khabib, would he have repositioned himself for a Mayweather rematch? McGregor want that money, so we'll see what happened. But as far as the fight, when I first seen Khabib fight, they was telling me he was known as a grappler. And the first time I seen him really fight was versus McGregor. But I seen highlights, live. I seen highlights, and like I said, that was the event of the decade, all right? McGregor and Khabib, that was the combat sports event of the decade. That was like, I'm mad that I didn't pay pay-per-view for that, because that was actually a really good card, and it would have been worth it. But Khabib was a better striker than I was anticipating. And at points in that fight, he was out-striking Conor McGregor. Now, it's to be known, can he punch with the 8-ounce gloves on? Or if they go fight at 54, it's going to be 10-ounce gloves. Anything above welterweight legally, unless you get how can I say it? Unless you get like a waiver or a clearance from whichever state athletic commission you're dealing with, you got to use 10-ounce gloves above 147. So it's yet to be seen if Khabib can punch through the 10-ounce gloves. That's the situation. If you can punch through the 10-ounce gloves, then he might can give Mayweather a little bit of problems. But a lot of MMA fighters so used to punching with what they use, the 4 ounces or whatever ounce gloves they use. They used to punch with those on, because them damn near like bare knuckle got a bigger impact if you land. But if you got the 10-ounce gloves on, that's a big difference. You got to punch through the target. And with Conor McGregor, the way he was punching, he wasn't punching like he had a boxing glove on. He was punching like he had the UFC glove on. So if Khabib can punch, then he might have a puncher's chance. But I don't really think he got a chance versus Floyd. Floyd is using him as a tune-up for Manny Pacquiao. Floyd got some good movement, and Khabib gonna have a lot of problems not being able to use his feet. That's the problem when you get MMA guys in boxing. The biggest problem is the punching through the target, and with the gloves on, and in the feet. Your foot movement got to be really good to beat Floyd. Everything got to be really good. And of course, Floyd is gonna pick on some. He's gonna pick on some MMA guy, but you know, he want the easy money. Would I like to see him fight Terrence Crawford? Yeah, I don't want to see him fight, you know, in a Bengay contest with Manny Pacquiao or versus Khabib. But the casuals want to see the fantasy fights coming from alive. And that's what's so interesting about the UFC and the boxing crossover. And boxing is always going to have the upper hand in the UFC boxing crossover, which I mean where UFC fighters have to come fight, and you know, the prominent UFC and boxers, UFC fighters are going to have to come over to the boxing ring because the boxing ring paying more money. You know, and people forget that Dana White is a dictatorship in UFC, but then UFC is very young. Boxing been around for a long time, and it's built that type of clout up that with they consumers, man. But you know, it is what it is, man. They fight May, and then he fight Pacquiao. You know, I know Pacquiao is supposed to retire next year, since last year fighting, so he probably gonna retire with Floyd. But to stop that fight, Mikey Garcia gonna have to beat Manny Pacquiao, and I think a lot of us was laughing at the Mikey Garcia and the Pacquiao fight, but we really need Mikey Garcia to come through and fulfill his potential and beat Manny Pacquiao to stop this craziness, man. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you got business question, correspondence, video question, want to make a donation. Just share the video, man. It's the best way to help the channel out. Check my other channel out, Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. We're going.